Hello friends, welcome back to the online classroom. In the last video, we have seen the use of BJT as a amplifier. So that was a very basic circuit and we have studied how to use that BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor, as a amplifier. Now we'll see more complete circuit and how to use that BJT in an advanced way in this video. So today we'll see single stage CE amplifier. So CE means common emitter. So we'll see single stage common emitter amplifier. You have already studied three different configurations for BJT operation, that is bipolar junction operations. There are three different configurations which are common base, common emitter and common collector. For each of this configuration there is one different symbol is associated for its current gain. So for current gain of common base configuration, the symbol is alpha. So alpha is the current gain of common base configuration and beta is the current gain of common emitter configuration and gamma is common collector amplifier. In this video, we are only concerned about beta, that is current gain of common emitter configuration. So we'll see in the following lecture. So this is the circuit diagram of common emitter amplifier. So you can see there is a NPN transistor. So you can see here NPN transistor. Again you can see this R1, R2, RC and RE. These are the biasing resistors. So this NPN transistor is biased using voltage divider bias. So this VCC is used for biasing. In the last lecture, I've told you that any amplifier will require an external DC source or energy source. So in this circuit, you can see this VCC is the external DC source, which is very useful in amplification action. So without using external DC source, you cannot amplify your AC signal. So this is just the biasing condition, that is voltage divider bias R1 R2. This is a collector resistor and this is a emitter resistor. So here you can see this Vs is source voltage, or you can say input voltage, and this Rs is source resistance. At the output side you can say this is a RL, that is load resistance. Now these are the basic things you already know. There are certain new things in this circuit. So what they are? So you can see there are three capacitors, namely C1, C2 and C. So what are these three capacitors or why they are used? So these capacitors are very useful in the amplifier circuit. So we'll see the working of this capacitor one by one. So for now, we'll first consider this biasing condition for this BJT transistor. So by using voltage divider transistor, voltage divider biasing, we keep the operating point in the linear region of your transistor characteristics. That is why we want this transistor to operate in a active region. We already studied three different regions, that is active region, cutoff region and saturation region. So for amplifier to perform amplification action, you must keep the operating point of the transistor in active region. So keep this, so to keep the operating point in active region, we have done this voltage divider bias, and depending upon the values of R1, R2, RC and RE, you can select your operating point in the middle of active region. So here you can say at this point you will give input to the amplifier, and here you can collect your output. So you can say here V out, and you can say here V in, that is input voltage and output voltage. See here you are giving your input to the base to emitter junction, and you are collecting your output between collector to emitter junction. So here emitter is common for both the input and output, that is why it is called common emitter amplifier. Emitter is common between both input and output, that is why it is called as a common emitter amplifier. So now we'll see how this amplifier is going to perform amplification, or is going to increase the strength or power of the input signal. So you already know in the common emitter amplifier there is one symbol you are using, that is a beta. So what is this beta? So this beta is a current gain of a common emitter amplifier. Beta is a current gain of a common emitter amplifier. So what is beta? Beta is equal to IC upon IE. So IC upon IB. Collector current upon base current. So it is the ratio of output current to the input current. Beta is the ratio of output current to the input current. So IC is the output current. Here you can see there is a IC, and this is a base current IB, that is the input current. So we have already seen the value of beta is in the range of 100. The value of beta is in the range of 100 so beta is for common emitter configuration. So you can see the value of output current IC, the value of output current IC will be 100 times the value of IB. Just listen carefully. When the value of beta is 100, you can say that value of IC will be 100 times the value of IB. Means suppose when IB is 1 milliampere, IB is 1 milliampere, then IC will be 100 milliampere. When IB is 1 milliampere, then IC will be 100 milliampere. So you can say that the transistor action depends upon the value of beta. The amplifier action depends upon the value of beta. So when the value of beta is larger, you will get more amplified output. So how this performs we'll see in the subsequent lectures, but now first we will consider the use of this capacitor C1, C2 and C. So these C1 and C2 are called coupling capacitors. the C1 and C2 are called coupling capacitors, and this CE is called emitter bypass capacitors. This CE is called emitter bypass capacitor because see, this capacitor is connected between collector and ground. This capacitor is connected between collector and ground, and C1 and C2, these capacitors are connected between input and output. So C1 is connected between input and the circuit, and C2 is connected between C2 is connected between the output. So these are coupling capacitors. So these are used to couple the input voltage. These are used to couple the input voltage to the circuit. So why this capacitor is used to couple the input voltage to the amplifier circuit? So when there is no capacitor, coupling capacitor, these two resistors, this RS source resistors will come in parallel with this R2 resistor, and so result of this will be alteration in your biasing conditions. So when this C1 is not used, coupling capacitor is not used, this RS will affect the value of this R2 resistor, and this will affect the biasing conditions. That means this will shift your operating point, or you can say Q point. So when Q point is shifted, the amplification of your signal will be altered. So when Q point is shifted from its middle position, you will not get a specified amplification. So this capacitor C1 or C2 is used to isolate the amplifier circuit from input signal or output signal. So here also you can see this C2 is used to isolate the amplifier circuit from the load or the next stage. So you can see we can use the many stages of amplifier. So to couple or to connect one stage to the other stage, you can use the coupling capacitor, and it will isolate electrically both the stages electrically. Means what? The AC output of this stage will not disturb the DC biasing condition of the next stage. Just keep it in your mind that you cannot disturb the DC biasing condition of a amplifier circuit. So you have to keep the DC biasing condition intact, or the operating point or Q point intact, and you can use it as a amplifier. So this is your coupling capacitors. Now we'll move to the emitter bypass capacitor. So emitter bypass capacitor is used to bypass the AC current, amplified AC current, so you can say IE AC through this capacitor, because here when ICE is not used, the emitter current, which is both DC and AC, will flow through this RE resistor. Emitter current will flow through this IE resistance. There will be both AC and DC, causing a large amount of voltage drop across this resistance. So V will be more. You can say voltage drop V, positive, negative here. So large amount of voltage drop will be there across this resistor if capacitor is not used, and both AC and DC currents, emitter currents, will flow through this RE resistance. When you use this emitter bypass capacitor C, so this capacitor will bypass AC current, AC emitter current, and only DC current, emitter current, will flow through the RE. So that is why with no AC current through this RE, you will get maximum output voltage at your output. So this is very basic explanation of a single stage CE amplifier. So why it is called as a single stage? Because only one transistor is used in the circuit. So with the help of one bipolar junction transistor, you are designing this amplifier. That is why it is called as a single stage amplifier circuit, or single stage common emitter amplifier. So that's all for now. In the next video, we'll see the waveforms, input output waveforms for the single stage common emitter amplifier. I hope you all understand the concept of common emitter amplifier, which is single stage. Do like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.